Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video I'm going to look at ways of dealing with grey skies. So those times when you got up early in the morning to go and do your landscape photography, got there with all the expectations, great clouds, great skies, and it's completely grey, completely flat. Do you turn around and go home, or do you deal with it? So in this video I'll look at 3 ways to deal with flat light, grey light, whatever you want to call it. So my first location, it's absolutely stunning. It's a very, very beautiful, very iconic castle down in Dorset. I'd done my homework, so I knew where the light would be, but obviously when I got there it was wet, it was damp, it was grey. But if you looked around you could see the sunlight bursting through every now and again. So in this situation, and this is number 1, it's wait for the light. So this morning I've walked up a hill which is, I don't know, half a mile away from Corfe Castle. It's called Shallow Hill, something like that, just to get a distant perspective of the castle. And what I've been struggling with is trying to find an area where the castle is separated from the hill behind it and the hills in the background. And what I've settled on is to get the castle kind of backlit by the sky, and then both hills coming down from the right and then from the left, just sort of embracing it on both sides. That's the composition, and now I'm just going to wait for some kind of light to happen. It's brighter, it's certainly a lot brighter than it was yesterday, and it's a lot brighter than it was earlier on, so you never know, fingers crossed. So my second location is Old Harry Rocks. Now on this day it was just, the cloud cover was thick. There was absolutely no way that any sun was going to come through. So rather than turn around, it's an absolutely stunning location anyway, but rather than go home, what's the next best thing you can do? And this is number 2, go black and white. So keep the compositions exactly the same. Everything's still lit up anyway, even though there's no direct light. So take those compositions, and then when you get back to Lightroom and Photoshop, bring them out in black and white. You can do a lot of contrasty things with a monochrome image. So thanks to the good old British weather, well, it is the end of January, I suppose, so I don't know what to expect. So there's no sun, there's been no sunsets, no sunrise, very little in the way of sun at all, to be honest. It's just really grey. So I'm going to class this as a scouting mission, really. I mean, I've taken some images anyway, and we'll see what we can do with them, but there's certainly not going to be any great keepers in there. I hope you enjoy them, but I also hope you enjoy the video footage of where I am. So if you've got any ideas for coming down here, at least you'll have a bit of a better view when you get here. This is Harry's Rocks. What is it? This is Harry Rocks, by the way, and the walk from the car park is fairly simple, to be honest. It's flat, which makes a difference. So it's quite an enjoyable trip. You can get really close to the edge, which is not great. Anyway, hope you enjoy what you saw. I think I just got really lucky there. I've seen some shots with the layers of the rocks going out towards the sea, towards the stack at the end, and just as I was looking for that location, not too close to the edge, a big tanker went past. So what I've done is lined up those rocks and then the stack at the end pointing out towards the tanker. So he was on quite a high ISO because, like I keep saying, it's grey and it's dark, and I wanted it about an 80th of a second, so I think the ISO was about 1250, so yeah, it might not be too bad, but we'll see anyway. So. And then my third and final location, which was Dancing Ledge, right on the coast, right on the south coast of England, I decided to just go in tight. So put the zoom lens on and just go in and try and get some more abstract shots.
I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention.
So just a few miles south of Corfe Castle is this area of coastline, which is just glorious. Cliffs and crashing waves. This particular piece here is called Dancing Ledge. I passed a sign back there to Scratchy Arse as well, so I don't know where that is, but I might give that a miss. So it doesn't really matter about the weather today. I'm going to try and concentrate, get close in on the rocks and the waves and take some shots like that, maybe facing with the rocks in the background. So I'm not going to bother about the background, but it's one of those strange things, isn't it? If you come here in the summertime, you know, chances are you get glorious weather, but you know, the car parks charge more, there are more people, you got to get up earlier in the morning, so yeah, it's a difficult one really. If you come at this time of year, and obviously you've got to gamble with the weather, and sometimes it doesn't pay off. And if you're lucky, like I was this morning for about 5 minutes with Corfe Castle, then it all comes together. So it's an interesting one.
Something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
You know, you must have some psychological problems if you're the only person sat by the sea for, I don't know, a good hour, hour and a half, photographing the waves. It's brilliant therapy for stress and anxiety and all those things. But, oops, but I think you're going to be slightly mad as well. Anyway, what I was doing there, so there's by all accounts, there's a pool that was blasted out in the Victorian times for people to swim in. I'm talking about being mental. Anyway, so the waves crash over the top, and you don't want to get it when the waves are coming over. You want to wait until they start receding, and they just run through these white fingers through the black rock. It just looks brilliant. And I didn't want to get it wrong, so I've taken, I don't know, 100 maybe of those shots. So that's exactly what I've been doing, just sat down there, just waiting for the rain to go away. So I hope you enjoy those.
Where you wanna go? I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smile, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something.
So my 3 tips are: 1, wait for the light; 2, go black and white; 3, go in tight. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, a like or a comment, and a subscription if you like. See you later.